Yeah, that's right, our very own island. And we wanted to test ourselves to see how hard it really was to live on an island for an entire wipe in DayZ. None of our team had tried this before, and it was really an experiment to see if this was possible. Yeah, we would come across hurdles, but if we could pull it off, it would be super rewarding, and at the same time, a lot of fun. However, with the base looking like this, we knew people were going to be watching. I'm gonna start 10 days earlier. After all, that's the first day I loaded into the server, but my friends had started earlier that day, and so I needed to catch up with them. They were in Pogorevka, and right now I was on the coast, so it was up to me to meet them. Huh?
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Raid Shadow Legends has sponsored this video. Did you know that Raid has a bunch of new legends for you to try out, especially with their huge new update later this month? You can use my links in the description and comment section to download the game on mobile iOS, Android or PC. When I play games like this, I usually enjoy sticking with the orcs, and in Raid they look really good. But the best of them all might very well be this guy, Iron Brago, a legendary orc. I mean, just look at him. In Raid, the whole idea behind the orcs is that they lost their lands during a great war. But recently they have gained a new alliance with an elven queen. But from what I have heard, she may be hiding something. Things like this keep Raid's campaign interesting, and this is one of the things I like most about the game. Other things I like include the weekly rewards and leveling system. You can grind for XP and rewards in the dungeons, boss battles and PvP arenas, putting your skills to the test. This month, Raid are doing all sorts of events, but best of all is the new Guardian Ring. This will give you loads of new ways to use your favourite champions, including a new faction system and new leveling techniques. If you are thinking about the game, then now is as good a time as any. You can use the QR code on screen or use the links below to get access to this elite champion, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost and 1 ancient shard. Once you have done this, you can find your rewards here. But be fast because they are only available for the next 30 days. Now where was I? Oh yeah, on the coast. I had found this military base down the road on the edge of the map, and luckily for me, there was some goodies in store. But with these nice goodies comes a price, and the one thing I forgot to account for was how big of a hassle zombies actually were. Oh, M4, I'm gonna shoot this. Well, that was lucky. But it wasn't all bad, because these zombies actually spawned quite a lot of gear, and gear that I could actually use. After finishing up at the military base, I started heading out. I had got myself a pretty decent amount of gear so far. My next stop was the summer camp, but before I got there I made a quick stop at Zavir town, and I'm glad I did. Our first box of nails, and they were rare too. In fact, the best way of getting them was inside locked rooms, which you could open with the keys. In fact, them keys that I have in my inventory would open some rooms that you could get nails from. Yeah. But we'll have a little bit more on that later in the video. For now, I continued looting the summer camp, and after I was finished there, I headed over to Mishkino military camp in hopes of finding a little bit better military gear. I quickly realised there wasn't really a lot of gear here, and unlike the military base on the coast, it clearly meant a lot of people had been here recently, picking it clean. I got into a little bit more trouble with zombies on my way over to Pogorevka, where I would log out, and the next day I would meet my friends. In fact, that church over there is Pogorevka, so I would be rather close. Day 2 really is the day that the story does get started though, because this is the day that we would make the most progress. After loading in, I made my way into Pogorevka town and met up with my friend Josh.
Get him a little shop.
Little shop.
Right, how are you doing?
What gun you got? An arm stand, here, take this.
Wait, what is that gun?
What can I do for you?
Yo, are you mad?
Or do you want this? Because this has a mag.
Yeah, I'll take that, that works. What is this? 5.5? Yeah, it is. Oh no, it's not. Okay, but I've got ammo for that. That works.
What ammo
I got ammo
does
for
it
it. I
take?
got ammo. Well, it's like, you know.
Is it 545?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
yeah,
Here, and I thought you might want
5.5,
this as well.
Yo, you're too cute for words.
Oh,
You're too cute for
I
words.
found, look what I found as well, in case we get bored.
1 second. Let me look at that in a sec. What is that? Yeah. Why are you holding it, bro? Why are you
I
holding it
know.
like
I
that?
did find these though, which are gonna help.
Nice nails. Okay, so we need a lot more though. Like we're gonna need a shite ton. But bro, I see these bases around.
Oh, and I found this as well.
Other
Okay, nice.
traders?
All right. Well, look. Add it to thinking. This is what I've got so far.
Okay. So far, Josh had also got a pretty decent amount of gear, but we were gonna need a lot more nails, more cash, and of course some storage to store it all away. We then met our friend Camo, who was going to be our third team member for the time being, and started heading out of Pogorevka and over to Vibe War military camp, and quickly realized we weren't alone.
Oh my god.
On me, on me.
He's gone behind the thing. Yeah, he's gone right.
Going right.
Oh, that's me there.
Oh, I see. I've hit him twice.
Yeah.
In the field?
No,
Yeah,
he's gone
yeah,
on the
he's-
back side.
He's on con, on con.
No, get up. He'll get up in a sec.
This was my very first kill of this adventure, but it sure as hell wouldn't be the last.
Might be another.
I heard shots like.
Oh my god, he is loaded! I grabbed everything I possibly could off this guy, and Josh did the same.
Just grab it.
Once we did this, we secured the military base, looted it a little more, and then waited for our fourth teammate Edvin. He would be here shortly, but whilst we waited, someone got here before him.
I have right close. He's dead.
I can't see him at all.
I don't even see him. Oh, he's
I'm
not
gonna
that
take
good.
this game.
Oh, double mag though.
Yes,
Murder,
Oh.
grab the murder.
Yo, that medic guy's good.
Once again, we got everything organised between the group and started heading out towards Northwest Airfield. We wanted to use that blue card that Josh had found the previous day on the locked room inside the HQ building.
They said they secured some juicy stuff. Imagine it's like a chem light.
No,
And
imagine
some
it's just a
mad
bunch of juice cartons.
Good one, yeah. That'd be funny as hell, bro. Oh shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Makes that noise, I forgot.
You have to actually open them now.
There's a SR.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, R700, bro,
Oh.
nice. Then that, whatever that is.
Oh,
So I took the Desert SR.
yeah. And what was in the other crate?
I found an R700.
R700.
Jeez, I'm gonna have to ditch that shotgun.
Yeah, it's fine. Just switch guy here before someone comes over. Things really were going well. We had got a lot of good gear, and with all this gear we could make the money we needed. We continued looting the Northwest Airfield before deciding that it was finally time to go and sell up everything we had found so far at the black market trader.
Alright, get ready, boys. This is
Wait, is this the black market?
This is
the
it.
black market, yeah.
The black market's a pretty simple concept. You could be killed here, but if you sold items here instead of at the safe zone trader, you would get a lot more for it. And with that said, we sure as hell made a lot of money. After finishing up at the black market, we were fairly happy with our progress. We had made a lot of cash, so that was one thing checked off the list. We headed back to Pogorevka. After all, our next two teammates had just logged in. Hello. Can you? Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Oh fuck, I'm dying.
Oh my god, you guys are geared.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah. Yes,
Good
I did.
afternoon.
Yeah, boy. Ready?
Guys, you
got
wanna get
himself.
into... Wait, did he drop this?
Hello.
I want that.
Yeah, I got that.
Right, let's get into the building, guys. Real quick.
They're so geared.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, you guys are geared, man. So wait, what did you do?
do not
How'd you get all this
understand. You do not understand the day we had.
What happened? What
Really?
happened?
loot? What happened, bro?
Oh, right, we died at least, I'd say 10 times. Geared every time.
Good.
But yeah, we just found some loot and sold it. Got our guns. Found a code lock. Found some nails.
Oh,
Nice. So that's everything. We've now got everything basically.
Drop on the floor here.
oh, very
No
nice.
way, dude.
I'll drop my nails as well.
I accidentally sold a box of nails yesterday. I'm fuming.
I've got
Right,
this
you're
as well,
out, team.
boys.
I get out.
Is this any
Get
good?
out of here, mate.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
useful,
Got
yeah.
sulfur any good?
Now, as you may have heard, these guys had stayed on for quite some time last night, and although having some unfortunate deaths, had eventually found what we were looking for, nails. And that meant we didn't need this on the list any longer. Now, whilst we were going to head down to the island and get a starter base down, we noticed something quite unusual. The server hasn't restarted, guys, right?
No.
No, these doors were open whenever we left this time. Hello, anyone inside?
Yes, hello.
Oh, hello.
Is this your base?
I mean, it's obviously his base, Josh, he's
Yeah.
inside.
You could have jumped in.
In between the time of us heading to Northwest Airfield, Black Market and back to the town, this guy had returned to his base, and we were hoping this guy had some items for us to trade with him.
Yo, dude, do you wanna
fuck
do you
you,
wanna
man.
trade? Do you wanna trade, dude?
What do you have?
Alright, do you wanna trade sulfur for charcoal?
You want sulfur or you want charcoal?
Yeah, can we give you one?
We need charcoal. Okay, if we're gonna
Oh,
give
I
you, we'll
don't
give you. How about you don't have any charcoal?
No.
Sounds like
Alright, buddy, good luck.
Okay.
There
Bye.
you go. Now let's just go. Let's just go.
Let me say
What
something.
did he say? Fuck your friend or something. Yo, dude, do you wanna
Fuck
do you
you.
wanna trade? Do you wanna trade, dude? Bro, if we find one charcoal,
Yeah, if we find an extra charcoal, we could make a homemade breaching charge, and we knew exactly who we were going to use it on.
yo, we made it.
There it is.
Huh?
Dude, I like the way you go. I like get to the island. I've never actually done this.
Oh no.
Josh is a fucking Olympic swimmer.
It's the Tesco scheme at work.
Right. We're on the island, so we're taking. Are we taking over the lighthouse first? Yeah. Just gonna
Yeah, we
smack
need
a
to
little,
figure out how we wanna, like, one by one.
little one by one. Now the first stage was actually to craft a workbench, because that's the thing we needed if we wanted to craft the foundation kits in order to make our base.
Let's move this though, real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
You wanna move this, yeah?
If we attach the blueprint that I found on my very first day to the workbench, then some logs, then some planks, and then finally some nails, we could craft a load of kits, and after placing a flagpole, we
look,
could
like
place
that,
these
yeah?
kits and make our
Perfect.
first base. The kits themselves would require some logs, some planks, and some nails to be attached to them, but once you attached all those and then placed further kits, you could build them up into solid structures, which is exactly what we did after placing down our blueprint. It was actually quite a simple process. I mean, getting the logs was probably the hardest part. Nonetheless, we finished building up the base, and eventually we had somewhat of a secure structure. We attached a code lock to the front door, and that was pretty much our base done. Well, almost. We had one slight issue. Turns out 4 boxes of nails was not enough to finish a 1x1, so nails were back on the list. We were gonna need a lot more if we wanted to build up an entire compound.
I don't think we need one. I think we need more than one.
I need some water anyway. 'Cause
Now we just need one to finish this. 1 box. We also need to get storage as well, so maybe you guys can look for nails and me and Josh will run to trader get some storage. So now that you kind of know the plan, we were going to go and get ourselves some storage so that we could finally check it off the list. Me and Josh would go by ourselves to the trader, our base was here, and well, the trader was all the way up here, so it was going to take some time.
That worked.
Nonetheless, the other guys were going to go into Electro and try find that single box of nails we needed in order to finish the base. Once we got to the trader, we sold up some barter items that we had collected over the last few days, and that gave us a good amount of money. with this money we could buy a lot of storage, and so now you know the whole process. With storage now checked off the list, we got ourselves some new outfits. After all, we needed to look good on our return to the island. Hello!
Howdy boys, how are you?
We're back. We brought storage.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Let's have a look in this backpack, boys.
Let's have a look. The guys had had a pretty successful run into Electro, but there wasn't a box of nails within this bag, and well, that's because Tyler was trying to create some dramatic effect. A single box of nails, and after placing down all of the storage containers that me and Josh had got from the trader, this would allow us to finish off the base.
Does that just do the foundation?
There we go, we're finally secure. Now I could finally say we had a secure base, and it felt good that we had actually got this base down and were able to secure all our loot. But there was something I didn't actually show you whenever we returned from Altar.
You guys got NVGs?
Yeah.
Oh, C4 boys. Whilst we were at the trader, Josh managed to make a trade with a guy for some gunpowder, and this would allow us to craft the homemade breaching charge you just saw, therefore allowing us to set our eyes on that raid target we had in Pogorevka. You boys ready?
Are you guys
You
good?
feeling good?
Yeah, we're good.
Alright, we're moving in.
Okay, well hold on.
Oh.
Do we have a game plan? Do we have any other game plan, Lewis?
I'll run up first and I'll try to talk, see if he's in there, and if he's in there, we'll come up, you play C4, because, yeah, and if he's not in there, you run up and play C4. Easy.
If he's in there, I'm risking my life taking him out.
No. Alright, man. You're the suicide. Suicide.
He's the
Suicide
breacher, he's not
comes
suicide, he's the breacher, alright? It's just a bit
Sorry,
riskier.
yeah. Sorry.
I'm a
You can get
rush.
the Medal of Honor for this.
Alright, fellas.
Let's do it.
Let's make this
Wait,
magic
wait.
work.
We do the flipping fingers in the middle or whatever.
What's that?
Taps
F
in
what?
tips. F7.
What am I doing? No, what the fuck am I doing?
Alright.
Alright.
Don't die.
Let's do it. Hello? Anyone there?
Okay, they haven't upgraded. Like, they haven't had an extra wall, I guess. Should I just go for it?
I guess we go for it. Let me get on top of this wall real quick, see if I can sort of see in there. Yeah, it's only one wall. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna arm this, alright?
Go for it.
It instantly explodes.
There is that.
I'm sure it's clear.
Breaching clear, breaching clear.
Go, go, go.
It's just a canopy tent here.
20 planks.
Uh,
How do you access this?
oh, yeah, I access it. There's nothing here, man. There's some clothing and 20 planks.
Is it empty? The
Pretty
guy
much.
hasn't even set his base location here.
Anything in it?
It dropped out.
It was safe to say that this was one ginormous failure. We hadn't got any profit out of this base apart from a few planks and a sleeping bag,
What should we
and
do?
that was pretty much it. I'm not even kidding. I mean, can we pick it up? Yeah, we can pick it up.
Oh.
We were really hoping this would have a lot more loot that we could use to build up our island base even more, but it just wasn't the case. There was a player that
Someone
appeared
here.
though, and killing him might justify it a little bit.
Over the road.
He's literally just stood. He stood at his house over
Here?
there. He ran when he saw me. I promise you now.
I see him. North,
Where?
where you met me earlier. At the green mustache, you know? Yeah, he's running north. Or running south.
Did he run? Oh, I see him, yeah. Running towards Green Mountain.
We'll be able to get him here in the open field. Be ready. he is. Dead. Even after killing this guy, hoping he would have something useful, we quickly realized he too was dirt poor. If we wanted to get a lot of loot, our only option really was to head further inland and not waste this journey we had just made to do this raid. So that's what we did. We headed from Pogorevka all the way to Stary Sobor. Might try get on top of this. Yeah, I'm gonna get on top of this. Now, we were out looking for PvP, and there's a difference between PvP coming to you and you looking for PvP. We were looking for clues on where players could be.
Dead body there, but it's the first report.
With this dead body that Josh had seen, we knew players had to be in the surrounding area. Oh, I see one, I see one, I see one.
Where?
On your right, on your right, on your right.
Oh no, you mean behind us?
He's dead.
It's the first one.
Oh, charcoal. Honey badger.
Yo, look at his bag.
He had a honey badger. Oh. Is that a you?
Yeah, behind us.
He's got Mosin or something. Oh. It's not us, is it?
I had a snap. I don't think it is us.
I see him, he's running. I see him, right? Yeah, two of them. One dead. Massive squad, massive squad.
How many?
Like 5.
Oh shit, are you joking? How geared are they?
They're very good.
Really?
With a massive squad like this, our only option was to play slow and try get behind the enemy players. I'm flanking. I see him.
Is that him?
He's dead. One dead, one dead.
No, he was with them. I see the other, I see the other.
Where?
Where I'm aiming, where I'm aiming. Hold on. See where I'm looking? Where I'm aiming? In that tree line far, a couple hundred meters. Dead. One
Nice, good shot, I seen that. Yep, see that. Wait, he's on con, I think.
dead. No, I'm pretty
No,
sure
he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Let me loot this fool. Oh wow, he had a lot. Wow,
Let's push.
he had a lot of nice stuff.
One dead, guys, 2 dead.
So far we had killed 2, but there had to be a few more. I seen loads of players running through that field. Whoa, 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 whoa! We're getting shot at, guys.
Yeah.
He's on over a bit, on our next tree line. So rainy right now.
Very perceptive of you.
I know, right?
Captain of
We couldn't find the last couple of guys, so we backed off, and with all the loot we had just got, we made a stash in a small lake nearby. That way, if we died, we wouldn't lose everything we had just found. After that, we headed towards Vybor, where we got an airdrop notification for Northwest Airfield. Jesus, I hit him again, Although this guy was fully geared and we had shot at him on our way to the airdrop, it proved sometimes just to be the nicer guy.
Dude, just please, man. Dude, please,
Listen.
man.
Well,
Surrender now.
I see you up there, I see you.
Okay,
Okay, put your hands up, I seen you, I
I
seen you.
I promise we won't kill you if you put your hands up. I promise we won't kill you. There's
How
4
do
of
I
us.
do
We're
that?
gonna
Okay,
die.
I pressed F5. I
F5,
pressed
F5.
Okay.
Okay, yo, he's cool, he's cool. Just
This guy had surrendered himself, and well, we know what it's like to die to a bigger squad when you're outnumbered. Especially whenever you have a full inventory of loot. So we decided to be the nicer guys and just rob him just to take a few things of what we needed. We wouldn't take everything because, well, that's just a little toxic.
And then
Like, do I drop my stuff?
Yeah, please.
everything.
Okay.
What gun's that? He's got
Leave.
HK
Guys,
416.
leave him what he needs. Just take what we need.
Fast MT.
I really need the black ghillie wrap, so just please.
It's fine.
please do
Yeah,
that for
cool.
me.
It's fine. We'll leave
Yeah,
that. We'll
no
leave
worries. Listen, dude, we're not bad guys.
Rob him, like.
I do want to take your plate carrier though, so I'm gonna trade that out, okay?
Okay.
What the fuck? He has a suppressor for SV98.
No, don't it. Okay. Oh, you got the S98, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got COVID.
I'm not taking his gun, but
I mean, I got the cold, so.
hold on, I heard a guy in this background, so he might have a teammate. Be ready. Here's a couple of fast
We've got to bounce.
MPs.
We ready?
Can I
Okay,
get my
dude.
HK back? Oh, it's right
Your
there.
HK is right
Alright,
there,
thank you
okay.
so much
We're
for
at-
not killing me.
Okay,
Okay.
dude.
Alright, sound, man.
Just
After taking what we needed, we left the guy with all his gear and headed out on our journey to the airdrop.
Two guys.
Where?
One guy.
Where?
Right. Look to the right of the airdrop.
Oh,
Oh,
shit, I see him. Nice, down.
you hit him?
He's moving right now. He's at that little.
Yeah,
he's
he's
moving
moving.
right.
Yeah, same. Miss.
Still running on the airfield.
One airfield. Hey, again, he's dead. Dead. This guy had just ran from the airdrop, and chances were he had everything on him.
Risky, but he's gonna
He
have
got
a
it all,
lot
he
of
got it all, he got it all. The airdrop held a bunch of high-powered rifles, which the guy had on him. To be safe with all this gear, we decided to take the long way back to base.
Dead, man.
Nah, Lewis paints himself red. I'm red, man.
I'm in my bed, man.
No, Lewis changes his name. I'm Ted, man. Lewis fucking migrates. I've fled, man.
Yeah, that's good.
International drug lord on the run.
You actually do. That's something I think you could do.
Oh, guy in front, crossing field. He's in that ditch. He's full black ghillie.
Yo.
Bro, what is that? That gun sounds insane. Keep eyes on him, Josh. I'm gonna push down.
Another one.
Where?
To the right of him. He's hit once.
Oh my god, nice shot.
He's dead. He's dead now.
Nice.
He's dead in the bush.
Nice.
He's other side. He's running up towards you guys, towards the big red shed. Red respawn. He's running towards the red respawn.
I see him. Oh no, I see
He's
him.
aiming at me, he's aiming at me.
Keep moving, bro. Keep moving. Do not stop to shoot. Do not stop to shoot. I don't see him.
He's at the side, look. He's on the right side.
Yeah, he's
I
on the
see
right
him,
side. I'm
I
holding
see
the
him,
left side. I'm pushing left.
you're
Just
on
hold him.
the
Just
side
hold him. Just hold him. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Dangerous. Blacked out.
Yeah, I see him. He's moving right. He's moving south now.
I'm dead. No way.
There's a guy up at northwest.
I don't see that guy, bro.
I'm in the barn.
I'm dead. Oh, I got one tap.
No, you're dead.
Yeah, I got one tap.
I'm dead as well.
First, he's
Oh.
pushing you, I think.
Yeah, he is. Shush.
I can't hit him now.
I'm dead as well. He's insane. We decided to take a day's break, returning on day 4, where we had a pretty good start. I just killed 2 people! Oh my god. Oh my god, they're loaded. So fair. Oh my god.
Why is my
No way! Found a golden AK. After getting started again, I met up with Josh and we headed to Vibor. Yeah, I see dead zombies. No, it's dead zombie.
Oh, guy in the field behind
Where?
you. Hit once. I hit him. Double blade shot. He's right there.
Dead.
Nice. Thank you.
We need to push now. They're gonna push us.
You good?
Yeah. I don't know what gun that is. That gun's huge. Whatever. I'm dead. Right on orange brick. These guys looked a little too similar, and I was pretty certain they were the same guys. From this point, I knew these guys were going to be the main enemy of this entire story. I had to put this major loss behind me, and for good reason too. We had to get back on track to finishing our island base, and the best way to do that was to get a lot of nails. You see, back at the very start of this video, I mentioned something about keys. These keys would open locked rooms around the map, and inside, depending on what key you had, whether it be an industrial key, a military key, or a utility key, you would get different items. For this case, I grabbed all the industrial keys in hopes of getting loads of nails. From 3 locked rooms, I managed to find myself 4 boxes of nails, and this may not sound like a lot, but like I said at the very beginning, nails were extremely rare. Now, we would eventually find a good method of getting a lot of nails, which included zombies and these locked rooms, but for now, we were stuck doing the locked rooms, and this would limit our income of nails. Oh my god, that was scary. This guy has some juice though. After a cheeky kill at the northeast airfield, I headed on to the last room, and it was a utility room which I expected to spawn nails, but I was wrong. In fact, it spawned barter items. As you know, these barter items could be sold at the trader for a lot of cash, so getting them was actually also kind of useful. On the way back to base, I stopped off at the Berzino key again and did it once again, and was not lucky this time in terms of nails, but I did get a tier 3 gate kit, which is the best gate you can get. If we find some mortar and some concrete mix, we could make one of those and fortify our base so that it was just that little bit stronger. This was an enormously successful run, but I wasn't done quite yet. We had a lot of military keys, and all these barter items could in fact be sold at the trader for yet more cash. So I met up with the rest of the team and we went to do the military keys around the map, one at VMC and one at Northwest Airfield. And then we got into some action with some familiar faces.
Hold on. Go. North towards the tents. Two. One is near me, the other one's near towards you guys. But oh yeah,
Hit him.
Hit him, yeah. I'm hit as well, suppressed.
From the left, yeah, from the left.
With one man down and me already hurt, I knew we couldn't risk all the items I had on me, so I made a quick stash. They've went into blue 10. Yeah, blue door 10 again. He's just ran past it. He's heading southbound. I'm gonna flank around over there.
I opened the door.
After searching around, I couldn't find these guys for a little minute, but then it all changed. And worst of all, Josh had just gone AFK. I see one pushing you guys. Two of them.
I am Josh. He's dead. I'm gonna be dead as well. I don't have a long short range gun. I'm dead. You just knew where I was. What? Here's a kitty guy just dead.
Knowing now that these guys were the same guys that probably killed us the last 2 times, I wanted some kind of revenge, but the game had other plans for me as I was having some PC issues and, well, this guy just didn't want to die. This was not the first death we had to these guys, and no matter what we did around the Northwest Airfield, they always seemed to be there. In fact, this wasn't even the second, this was the 3rd death I had to these black and green ghillies. We knew they had to live somewhere in Vybor. For now, we were going to avoid Vybor with all costs. We weren't going to go near it, we weren't even going to look at it from a distance. Instead, we were just going to keep our heads low and get back to our mission of building up our island. I ran back and got my stash. They hadn't found that, luckily enough, and with all this stuff, we were going to make a lot of money at the black market trader. Oh, Gilly in the corner, what? Dead. Another one. My gun jumped! He's dead. Oh my god, this guy's a Macmillan. Oh, he has a cage split gun. Oh my god, these guys are friggin' juiced.
I'm on my way.
Oh my god, they're so juiced. ain't gonna lie. He had a box of nails too. Graphics card sells for 52k. In one run, we had made over 300,000 in cash, and that wasn't even including what Tyler had on him either. We waited for Edwin to meet up with us and headed back to the island to log off for that night. Today had been full of events. In fact, we had had a pretty disappointing start to the day and a pretty disappointing death in the middle, but ultimately we had made a lot of progress. We had got a lot of nails and a lot of cash. I was pretty happy logging out that night because I knew in the back of my head we had made a lot of progress and tomorrow we could start building up the main base. Day 5. Quite the interesting one because to start off the day we headed to the northeast airfield with some keys and well found a helicopter.
Helicopter.
You see that?
Yeah.
Is it going to be locked though? It's going to be locked, isn't it?
The only reasonable theory we could come up with was that someone had to be flying this before the server just restarted and then after the restart it of course crashed into the ground.
Back up, guys.
Yeah.
Bro, how do I start this thing?
You should be able, if you look in the middle, you should be able to...
I got it.
Oh!
No way. No way.
Go.
This was probably the easiest helicopter I have ever got and it was going to make things a lot easier. Whilst the guys did the keys on the ground, I overlooked from above and once they were done, I picked them up and we headed back to the island.
I wonder how loud this is for everyone else around.
Friggin' loud.
Why have we got greenhouses?
Because I'm going to grow my zucchinis.
Oh.
Now it's usually a very long run, in fact around 20 minutes to get from our island to the northeast airfield in order to do all those keys. But with the helicopter we could get there quickly and this allowed us to build up a good supply of nails. Now before we wanted to use all these nails, we basically wanted to lay out the compound so that we kind of knew our boundaries for the main base. This way we would know where we couldn't build. We were going to need a lot of logs to do this. In fact, each fence was going to cost us 2 logs each. Luckily we had a little trick up our sleeves. See, these backpacks could hold 3 logs and that would save us a lot of time going back and forth from the island. Once we did that, we started laying out the fence kits. I would continue getting logs and Josh would continue laying out the fences. Josh was going to be in charge of the main compound and I was going to be in charge of the main base. So you'll get a bit of a mixture of both building and farming. Oh, this is going to look so cool once it's done.
Yeah.
It's going to look really cool. It took around 40 minutes to build up all these fences, and it would have took a lot longer if we didn't have the big backpack, so I mean that kind of saved the day. Nonetheless, we finally got it done and it matched up pretty nicely. We had one issue though. If we were going to build this base, we were going to need a lot of planks. And if we wanted to do that, the best way was to find these plank piles dotted around the map. Luckily for us, we lived right next to Electro City, and on the west side of that city, there was a few plank piles. Start cutting this. The way plank piles work was rather simple. There was a number highlighted, and that was the number of planks you would get from that pile. So if it was a full pile, you would get 252 planks. In order to build the main base, we were going to need over 1,000 planks, and that may sound like a lot, but with a few plank piles we would quickly diminish that number. Upon returning to base with all these new planks, I started crafting up a whole bunch of kits. We were going to need loads of these if we wanted to build up the main base, or at least just put the blueprint down. I had a pretty good idea what I wanted to do with this base, but there was one problem. In the roles, we were not allowed to force players into animations, and the original plan for the base was to have the ladder as the way to get to the loot. But that was against the rules, as you were putting a player into animation, and if we were online to defend that, then they couldn't do anything against us basically. Therefore it was an unfair advantage, and so I had to come up with a new idea. Instead of doing the ladder idea, I was going to create a wraparound. You see, the one thing you need to understand is that you can only raid through gates or doors on this server. You could not go through walls. So if I created this wraparound system, then it would allow me to keep the base rather small, but pack a whole bunch of gates inside. Therefore, making our base rather stronger. Another thing to note is that if I used a tier 2 door kit, it would double the amount of explosives raiders needed, and it would double again if I used a tier 3 gate. So that meant that a tier 1 gate was 1c4, a tier 2 gate was 2c4, and a tier 3 gate was 4c4. Unfortunately, we couldn't really build any tier 3s right now, but we could smack down a few tier 2s, and luckily our front door was a tier 2. The hope was that this would put off any potential attackers seeing that our front gate was a tier 2, with the idea of them thinking that it was multiple tier 2s behind the first one, which it wasn't, if I'm completely honest. Now that the wraparound system was somewhat complete, I could focus on the outside of the base, and the next few layers. I had a few ideas which involved some platforms and some various shooting angles that would allow us to have an advantage if we ever did get that online raid we were craving. This did require me placing down a lot of pillars and some floor kits, but eventually I got there and it paid off. The blueprint of the base was coming along quite well, but I wasn't done quite yet. There were a few more things to do, and in fact it would take us into the next day. As you can see in the top left, most of my teammates had logged out at this stage as it was getting quite late, but nonetheless I continued on building this base into day 6. Eventually I got towards the end of the project and it was looking quite well. As you can see, there was going to be a little bit of a room here which would divide the helicopter floor with this lower level that I am standing on right now. I continued placing more pillars as support beams for the helicopter roof pad, and then the final bit to do was place some floors and some walls around the lighthouse. It was at this very moment that we actually ran out of nails, and luckily for us, we were about to find out a new method of getting them.
Good, bro.
TV.
Box nails!
No way.
I could find it on a zombie.
No, wait, really?
Another box! What?
On a zombie?
Yeah. We would kill these zombies every time they respawned, and that would be our main source of nails. In between respawns though, we would head to the northeast airfield again and do more key runs. Most of these runs were successful, but some not so much. By the middle of our day, we had accumulated a lot of nails, and a lot of money too. We had a use for the money, but you'll see what we do with that shortly. For now though, I finished placing the blueprint of the main base, and with that said, the blueprint was now complete. We didn't really have the best start to day 7. In fact, our helicopter had been stolen from us overnight, which meant we had no transportation to get us inland. Oh yeah, the helicopter has been yoinked, huh? With that cash I showed you previously, we were going to go buy ourselves a new car. That way we could get around the map much quicker, and it was a lot cheaper than buying a brand new helicopter. There was one problem though. Overnight, the server owners had changed the Altar safe zone to a black market, meaning we could be killed here, and that's why there was loads of shots going off. I see one black ghillies!
Was that you?
No. One of them just got hit. Black ghillie just got hit.
See the one that's shooting the blade?
I killed one. Where is the vehicle trading?
Right here, it's right next to the port pump. Shush.
Black ghillie on me. At the small tire. He's not black ghillie, green ghillie, sorry. So there's a black ghillie somewhere and there's a green ghillie. Should be dead. Should be dead. Can't tell if I killed this guy. I did, I killed him.
I think this is a chance I could dip now with the car, bro.
The time that it takes for you to get in the car and switch it on and shit like that.
That's not, I don't think that'd take a few seconds, like 10 seconds.
Oh wow, this backpack's loaded.
I'm gonna buy it first.
Josh used the money to buy the car. He was gonna leave immediately and I was gonna stay here to secure some more gear. Give me access to his body, man.
Fine. Keys. Black key. Blue car key. Fine.
Oh my god, he had a Timberwolf. Or R700, sorry. He had so many M4s.
One sec. I'm trying to buy this. I'm getting this car. I'm going without you, mate. I'm not...
Yeah, all good. And just like that, we had our very own car. After I finished looting, I met back up with the boys, we took the car back to base, and at this stage our nail supply was massive. I could finally cross getting more nails off the list, and that meant the only thing left to do was get planks so that we could finish building up the compound that we had laid out. Using the car, we could then travel the map and find plank piles in order to get the required planks we needed. We're back with the planks. Using the planks we had just got, we could attach them to the frames and start building up the compound walls. With everyone helping out at this stage, it really didn't take us that long to get the walls up. In fact, only around 30 minutes to build every single one, but we weren't done yet. In fact, we had a long way to go before this compound was complete. We had to add another layer on top to stop people boosting over. After finishing the final wall, building the final gate, and putting the code lock on, we immediately got to work building the second layer of the compound. This was going to take a while and was probably the most tedious part of the whole thing, as you had to place the walls from the outside and then build them from the inside. With another plank pile run, we could finish this second layer, as we were only going to build up the bottom half. We had a plan that would stop people getting in the top half, and you'll see how we do that shortly. With another full inventory of planks, we started work on that top layer of the compound. As we were only going to build half of these top walls, we only needed half the amount of planks, so one plank pile should have been enough to do it. And sure enough it was, because with the support of every single player within our group, we smacked up these walls in no time, and our compound was finally complete. Moving from day 7 into day 8, we did a run to the black market trader at Altar once again, and this time we were going to buy some barbed wire, that way we could stop people boosting in over that second layer. With all of this barbed wire, we returned to base. We could start attaching it to all of the fences, the top and the bottom, and that way if anyone boosted in over the walls, they would get cut and chances were they would bleed to death. Once that was complete, our compound was finally secure. That left only one thing really left to do: build the main base and our island would be complete. With the final placement of some stairs, the building of those stairs, and then the finishing off of the roof, the base was finally complete. And let me tell you, it looked really good from a distance. I did some final upgrades inside the base to make it a little bit stronger and a little bit more defendable in case we got online raided. But ultimately, the base was complete. That was us done building, we just needed to come up with some sort of ending to this story. And here we are, our final day on the server, and we had some great plans. You see, with all this money that we had collected over the past 10 days, we planned to go and buy 2 helicopters, one small one and one rather big one. Now, you may be wondering, what's the point in these helicopters? And well, me and Josh had a great idea. You see, we didn't forget about those black guildies, and in fact, with a little investigation, Josh had found where they lived.
Oh wow, their base is big.
Oh yeah, little bird in there.
Oh, but I see that.
Now, going off the size of their base, there was no way we were going to be able to raid this. I mean, there was just no way. But there was that little bird in there, and if we stole that, well, that would satisfy our revenge. We returned to base in the Apache after our scout run and got the guys together. We were going to go in with a little bird. After all, it was a little bit more agile and would allow us to get into the compound a lot quicker if they were online. With that said, though, it wasn't going to be entirely easy. In fact, there was a few factors that could really screw us in order to steal this helicopter. First of all, if it didn't have a battery, and secondly, if it was locked. Luckily, we had these lockpicks, and they would allow us to get into the helicopter if it was locked.
Oh lord.
Oh my god, that was
Questionable.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Go, go, go,
That
go.
was Lewis. I'm out.
I'm out.
Go.
With a little bit of sketchy flying, I got the guys into the compound, and sure enough, the helicopter was locked. After about a minute or so, they managed to get in it, and we were on our way out of the
I'm
base.
so glad they weren't there.
This little bit of revenge was a story within itself, but ultimately we had come to do what we wanted to, and that was to build up our very own island, and whatever happened along the way, well, happened. We had had a lot of fun along the way. In fact, this was some of the best fun I have had on DayZ in a while. Setting up an objective in DayZ and sticking to it really does make a difference. But we were done now, so after making my final landing at base, we were done. That was it. The island had been a massive success, and we logged out for one final time.
Oh, almost shattered your greenhouses, mate.